So I was sitting at home, had no plans of doing anything at all, when I got word that Union Pacific 1996, the Southern Pacific Heritage Unit, was spotted in Sanger and was heading north on a manifest trip to Harrington, Kansas, via the UP Duncan and Enid subdivisions. Not only that, but 1996 was leading. I was given this information about 2 hours after it was reported on Heritage Units in Sanger, which means that if I timed it just right, it would be making its way through southern Oklahoma pretty soon. So, when I was told this, I immediately left my house. Currently driving over to the Union Pacific Duncan subdivision to try and catch UP 1996, the Southern Pacific Heritage Unit. I was told by a friend that it's headed up to Harrington, Kansas, which means it has to run on the Duncan sub to get there, so I'm hoping I can catch it. Then I realized, because I was so quick to leave my house, I forgot my SD card to my camera, which was sitting on my desk next to my PC. Because as usual, at least one thing has to go wrong for me on any excursion. That means I had to use my phone for all of my recordings. Am I mad about it? Absolutely, but nonetheless, I would get footage, so it's alright. I decided to head over to the Oak Main Street Railroad crossing in Comanche to wait on 1996, as it's a straight shot east from where I live. So I found a place to just sit at. It's at a grain and seed company right next to the tracks in Comanche. So like I said, hopefully I got here before it went through, or else I just wasted my time and drove an hour for nothing. Luckily enough, about 20 minutes after I showed up to the tracks, the railroad crossing and the defect detector both startled me at the same time. So I basically catapulted myself out of my car and ran up to the tracks. And what do I see? In all of its EMD glory, Union Pacific 1996 was hauling at track speed right towards me. I spoke to a very nice guy who works at the nearby grain and seed company about the Heritage Unit, and he was also recording it as well. I then spoke to him a little longer and then left Comanche, headed towards Duncan. Unfortunately, I couldn't catch 1996 anywhere in Duncan due to all the traffic lights that swarm Highway 81 through town. I hit so many red lights, so I just assumed that it was already quite ahead. So I opted out of stopping in Marlow just to play it safe, and I headed up to a rural county road in between Marlow and Rush Springs. I sat on this road for about 10 minutes before I started hearing my scanner get clearer and the distant horn of 1996, so I knew it was coming. Also, I apologize if some of these clips in this video are laggy or they glitch a little bit. It was very hot outside and my phone was not enjoying the heat. After that, I headed up to Rush Springs, where I then heard crews saying that there was an issue with a coupler on the train. So dispatch requested them to stop, where they then sent out a UP truck to analyze the issue. So I'm in Rush Springs, Oklahoma now, and I believe 1996 has stopped because they have something wrong with one of the couplers. So that's just my luck. They were now doing a roll test, which is when inspectors observe the cars to ensure that the wheels are rolling smoothly, brakes are fully released, and or no locked wheels sparking or sliding, and that there's no hanging parts or shifting cargo on the train. So I heard them say that the crew was at Taylor Lake Road, and it appears that they're slightly moving upwards. There's the front, actually. Well, now you can't see it. They then throttled up to 10 miles per hour, where they would stop just before the main road in Rush Springs so crew could also check out the issue.
Everything looked good on the roll by that we just did. Didn't know what you want us to do. They tell me there how fast. I'm assuming you just rolled them by like walking speed, 10 mph or something over? That's correct, 10 mph. Alright, stand by just a second.
I used this as an opportunity to head over to a nearby convenience store to grab a drink as it was very hot outside and I was thirsty. And by the time I got back to the tracks, the train was already moving again. So upon realizing that, I headed up to a road just north of Rush Springs to get in front of it again. I also caught 1996 at this railroad crossing a little further north as well. So I've caught 1996 a handful of times now. I started chasing it, or I started in Comanche, and I've chased it all the way up to, I'm almost in Minnetonka right now, so I've chased it about 30 or 40 miles. But I'm gonna chase it to Chickasha, to the yard in Chickasha, and then I'm gonna turn around and head home because I don't really want to go any further than that. Plus, I've already caught it a good 5 or 6 times between where I started and where I'm at now. So, but yeah, I'm gonna catch it a few more times, and then I'm gonna turn around and head home.
Get over here and try to get some side shots.
That wraps up this experience. Although I'm still mad that I couldn't even use my camera for this, I'm still satisfied enough with the footage I got, and I'm glad I got to see a heritage unit at all. I hope you enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching.